Wow.
Your favorite girls from Women Crushing It Wednesdays came to you just in time for the holidays to help you whack that bush. Use our special code WCIW for 20% off Manscaped products and free shipping. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesday. Support for Women Crushing It Wednesday tonight is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best below the waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. And Manscaped recently launched the ultimate hygiene bundle for the man of your life, the Performance Package. Help him join over 5 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. With this exclusive offer, you save 25% off and free shipping with the code WCIW at manscaped.com. If the math is correct, that's about 10 million clean shaved balls. So I would suggest get you some. So we've all tried the products. Our men have tried the products. We've tried the products. Esme, what's your favorite product?
Oh, it was so hard to pick between all of them, but I narrowed it down to I had to do two. So for me, it was the ball deodorant and the crop reviver.
No stinky balls.
No,
You know what?
no.
The crop reviver smells so good. I remember when I first got it, I sprayed it, and I know my husband's been using it because it is a lot lower than when I received it. So right.
Baby, where's it at? That's
He just
good.
needs
That's
to
a good thing.
I share. Yeah, this one and then the ball deodorant is also like amazing. It's anti-chafing and that's for men and women. Love this one.
Oh, okay. I like that. Nika, what about you? What's your favorite product in the little goodie box?
All right, so I don't have a man to try all the products on to clean their balls and stuff like that. So, but I did like the nose trimmer. So,
Hmm.
now you can when you use the nose trimmer, you can actually smell things better. So now I smell the bullshit that people are that
You
people
see it now.
are yeah. I used to see it, now I can smell it. And it actually comes charged too. Like all the products actually come charged, so
Yeah, yeah, they do.
I would recommend this because I definitely breathe better. So I would recommend. It comes in this cute little pouch with the charger and everything. So I'm all about like organization and putting things away and keeping them nicely put away. So yeah, that was
Mm.
cute to have. So
I love
maybe
it.
if I get a man, maybe I'll use the ball trimmer and stuff like that.
Well, no, you know what? So my favorite right now is the Lawnmower 4.0 because I believe that it's the future of trimming. It's so easy, it's so simple. Like you said, it came charged already. And I dare say it's the best ball trimmer out there. I don't know. I haven't used them all, but it seems as though, and I think I'm gonna order one for myself. Like seriously, the his and hers.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It prevents nicks. And you know what? I'm like, why the hell do we not have something like this for women? It has that light. Wait, you
Oh,
see
the
it?
light. Oh,
Yeah, I
okay. Yeah.
know.
Amazing.
It's amazing. That's okay. Unisex. We're gonna call it unisex. It says manscaped, but we're gonna be,
You can
uniscaped.
use
We're
it like
both gonna use these.
or womanscape.
Well manscaped. Oh, I like that. A well manscaped. Absolutely. Well, that's enough talking about balls and trimming hedges.
Yeah.
We have had a freaking exciting ass weekend last weekend, and we have an amazing guest that's going to be coming on soon. Um, Joseph Diaz Jr., aka JoJo. I don't know. Nika, you were mentioning something that you believe that this is like his first interview in a long time, and
Yeah.
so we feel
So
so honored.
yes, yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
excited about
So
that. So let's just touch a little bit until he comes in about last weekend. You know, Esme, I'm gonna start with you. What were your thoughts on the women's card, all women's card, and then the other cards that were there but maybe didn't get as much recognition?
So when we were texting on the chat and I was watching the fight, I was on my way to work, so I was actually inside of a Nordstrom bathroom, like just watching the fights, and I'm like, and I'm like grunting and cussing at the phone because
Somebody thought you were probably handling business in there.
that was
Right.
area, but I know people were just staring, but my emotions were in the fights, in Clarissa's and all of their fights. I was just like, oh my God. So I had stomach pains. I was nervous. There was a lot of emotion for these fights. At the end of the day, some of the results weren't those I wanted, but I was so happy that we went out there. The women went out there and, did their thing. So I was really proud about that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All the women did their thing. They did. There's not one fight that disappointed. Everything that was televised. We didn't see.
So wait, Christine, you saying all the women did the thing? Because some people think that you're a hater and you're not giving all the women their props, So all the women did their thing. I just want to clear that up, right?
No, all the women did their thing. Yes, some people do think I'm a hater. In boxing, you pick a corner. And I'm always gonna pick my people. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm a loyal fan, win, lose, draw, whatever. So yes, I picked my corner. And because I picked a corner, I was a hater. I was called a hater by a champ. And you know what? It's okay. I'm not a hater. I just root for my people. I support them no matter what. And did I agree with the scorecards? Not necessarily, but we're not getting into that because the person that had their hand raised, the people that had their hand raised, had their hand raised. So it is what it is. No use crying over spilt milk. It's like on to the next. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. But everybody did a great job. Christina Poncher, oh my gosh, like I love her.
It's amazing.
She did fabulous, and she definitely is making history as well. All the women that got in the ring, and Christina Poncher as well. What were y'all's ladies' thoughts on the fights and how they went and all that good stuff?
Well, I actually the women's fight was so good that my little sister, actually got into it, and she doesn't like sports. She has never watched boxing, but I was watching it, and then she's how they were playing like the stories leading up to the fight, like all the trash talking. So she got into it. She was like, "Oh, what's going on?" I thought it was like a fight about to happen, and she was like excited. But not for nothing, when she saw all the trash talking and everything, she was rooting for Mayor to win. Like she was like, "Oh, I want this girl to lose." Like she was talking about Baumgartner. Like she's like, she's talking too much trash. I want her to get beat. Like she was so into this fight, and it was so funny because all the fights that I watched, she's never gotten into at all. But she was like all into it. And then even on Sunday, she was like, "Is there any more fights on today?" I was like, "No, today's Sunday. Today's Sunday.
I wish.
Today is Sunday. There are no fights today." That's how into it she was. Like she was asking about fights on Sunday. So okay, yeah, I thought the fights were good.
We have a new fan for boxing.
Yeah. We do. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it. I do love it. So let me see. So we have, yes, Simon. So nothing to worry about. A loyal person to your people. Always. Absolutely. It's like, we all know what these boxers go through. I mean, they both do. Absolutely. But whenever you get to like see up close and personal, your favorite fighter or your friend or person that you admire or love, it's just like a whole different thing. So absolutely you're disappointed when they don't get their hand raised and hate or no, I never said one negative, ugly thing about anybody.
Yeah, and I want to clear something up about that because I was gonna address them on Twitter, but I was like, you gotta get suspended. Nike, you're gonna get suspended, so just chill. But since I know that you'll be watching the show, I think their Twitter handle is like Tiff Knows or something like that. Mm-hmm. And she said some disgusting things about you because you were and she called you a cunt and everything.
A bloody cunt.
Let me tell you something, you nasty little bitch. Don't you ever come out your mouth to talk about anybody like that you don't know, and then you will never say that in person, okay?
Yeah.
Bitch. Okay.
Yeah, that was all I could do is laugh and then block her. I mean, she only had 16 followers anyway, so it wasn't like a big loss. But absolutely, it was definitely somebody that is hiding behind something. But it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, I never Never
But like
said
calling
anything.
somebody a bloody cunt over some boxing shit, like you really need to reevaluate your life. Like it's not that serious. Are you on a payroll? Like it's not that serious.
Right, right. Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely. Yes, Simonzo, I request that they run it back. Absolutely. I want to see it again. It was so good. Let's do it again. You know, if you order something that's amazing once, let's order it twice. You know, why not?
I had
Um,
appointments with that one. I'm not, one, my biggest disappointment was I was looking for a nose break just because she kept saying it. So I was like, where's, you can't promise something. You can't say something that you don't know if it's going to happen or not. You know what I mean? And so I was really like, all that stuff you talked about, I'm going to break her nose. I'm going to break your nose. I'm going to break your
I'm gonna
nose.
knock you out. I'm gonna knock her
Yeah, it
out.
happened. The second thing was really that, the rematch thing. Me
right.
personally, I had a couple losses in my amateurs, but I asked for a rematch because I knew I won and I knew I could win again. If
Absolutely.
you're not that confident, then sorry, but I mean, you should just take the rematch. You beat her once, why not do it again and show everybody again? But
Well, the thing is, the promoters will run it back because it is a business and it is money.
mhm,
She may not want to, but if the numbers are there, which we all saw that they are there, they would be silly not to run it back.
right.
And if you're that confident and you won like clearly, then absolutely, why not? Why not make some more money and then go wherever
And
you need to
gain
go.
more. Yeah.
You know,
So for the Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall fight, I don't think that needs to be ran back because I
no,
feel like the Clarissa beat her clearly. But
clearly.
for the mayor and the Baumgartner fight, like if you go on social media, it's split down the middle. Like everybody wants a
Yeah,
rematch because they don't feel like Alicia won clearly. Like it could have gone either way. I had it as a
absolutely.
draw.
I,
So a
I would have been
draw,
happy. I would have been okay with a draw.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had it as a draw because I felt, I'm gonna be honest, I felt like Michaela, because there's Micaiah Crest and then there's Michaela Mayer. Mayer, she started a little too late, so I feel that's why they gave
Yeah.
Baumgartner
Yeah.
the rounds
The,
and she looked more aggressive. So I feel like it's too, like you could go this way or that way, that rematch is so warranted,
Right.
like if I was the champ and I was getting all these like people on social media
Question.
and just like the fans like questioning my way, I would run it back. I
Right.
mean, get another paycheck because this paycheck would be probably double the last when you had the last time because the shit talking would be
Oh,
extra
absolutely.
spicy. So
Absolutely.
this fight
And
warrants a
just like
rematch.
your sister, a new fan, there's going to be even more
Yeah.
new fans.
I mean, she was asking me like literally. She's like, on Sunday. I mean, boxing fans know there's really no boxing on Sunday. When she asked me that, she was like, "Any fights today?" And I was like,
I
"Girl,
love it. I love
no."
it. But even for Shields to say that she would run it back, she won. I believe she clearly won.
Mhm.
She did exactly what she said she was going to do. She dominated. In my eyes, she dominated, and she said she'd run it back. For the people that said that she didn't dominate, she was like, "Yes, we'll do it again."
So
I have more respect for that.
Brandon in the comments, why hell no rematch? Why? Because I feel like everybody on social media is it's a back and forth. It's down the
Why
middle.
not?
That it's not, everybody had it like, oh, it could have went either way. So there was no robbery because a robbery is like somebody who clearly won and then
Right,
they
right.
didn't get their hand raised. But this could have gone either way. So to me, that warrants a rematch. So
Absolutely. And why not? If your
yeah.
girl is the champ and she won clearly, then she can win clearly again. Like, why
But yeah,
not? This is boxing. This is boxing. This is what you do. You put the best
but
with the best.
but what was I gonna say? Damn, I'm drinking. Sorry.
You're good.
It'll come back to me.
Yes.
I forgot what I
Yeah.
was going to
you
say.
know what? With Clarissa, I mean, they showed the video and everything about, what she's gone through. And honestly, I
Ugh,
have new different admirable respect towards her and I
same.
understand her better. And I'm like, holy shit, okay. Like I get you and I see why you are how you are. And yeah, it put me in another level of fan for her.
No, I agree. Like, I didn't know her story,
Yeah.
and I mean, I don't know. It touched home in a lot of ways, and I have such a new respect for her. I mean, there's some people that will talk about things, and some people that won't, and she chose not to for a long time. And now she's using her platform to say, "Look, this is what happened to me," and I believe she will have so many more fans because there's a lot of women and men out there that have been through some of the same things that she's been through. And for me, personally, it just opened up a whole Pandora's box to who she was. And I have a much better respect for her and sympathy, empathize, because people react to different things in different ways. And kudos to her for daring to put herself out there, because there's a lot of women today and men that are still living in shame and won't do it. So I respect her. I respect that. It takes courage.
And it
So
makes that win
I'm
so
sorry.
better.
Yeah, it
Absolutely.
does. It came back to me. Sorry, my drinking had me a little bit.
You're
But
good.
I said, if she can't get the rematch, I feel like maybe Mayor should like to make it another way. Fight Choi and get that belt. that last belt.
Yes.
And then if you want to be undisputed, you gotta fight me again because I just grabbed this belt from Choi. That's what she needs to do. If she don't want to give
Oh,
her a
I like
rematch,
that.
she needs to go fight Choi and get that belt, that last belt, and for undisputed, and then you gotta fight me if you want to be undisputed because I got the last belt. All right,
I love the way
she
Nike
gotta
thinks.
do that. She gotta do that. That's what you gotta do.
You want this sucker? Come get it.
I, I
You
got I got
know,
what I
and
got what
on
you
the
want.
playground. You want
Yeah,
this?
I got what you want. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Because who is Choi? When is Choi gonna ever fight somebody anyway? Like, she's been holding on to her belt for how long? And it's like, really, I mean, even Tierra Brown, who does not have titles, does not have belts, wouldn't fight her. Tierra Brown would definitely whoop her ass, but she wouldn't even fight her. So I'm just like, who is she gonna fight? Like, she's gonna have to be forced. You know, she's gonna have to be
But you
forced.
know what? I really don't know since when you are like cheering for the person that you know personally, and someone you consider a friend because you know them personally and you've known them for years and you're rooting and you're in their corner, how that makes you a hater because you want them to win. Like that, these fans, like, y'all gotta reevaluate things. Like,
But you know that
I,
they're boxing. There's fighters from Tijuana that are barely coming up, like fighting on, like the zone and certain, local promoters as well. And people are like, why are you cheering for him? Like, who is he? And I'm like, he's my fucking friend. Like,
Right.
like fighting a well
You
known
don't
fighter.
know him, but I do.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Like I'm gonna ride with that person regardless. Like I don't care if they win, lose, no one else knows them. I know them and I'm sticking to that.
See, Monzo,
Yeah.
yes. Was Mara a sore sport? No. She was disappointed. People like criticized her because she didn't speak afterwards. How many other champs have not spoken and given an interview after a loss? Like, come on, let her get herself together. People were wondering where she was. She came out on Twitter today, like the comeback's going to be stronger. It's like, give her some time. She's human. I don't get it. Like, what was she supposed to do? She hugged,
Yeah, they
Alicia.
hugged. They hugged after the fight. Like, yeah. So
Hello, right? And
people,
I've
people
seen
wanted to. People,
others
I
not
think
do
people,
anything, like
pe-
shoo them
people
off,
wanted to
slap them
hear
off.
her instant reaction after the fight. That's what they wanted. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did want to hear what she was gonna say after the fight, but I don't know. They had bad blood, so I don't know what y'all expected from her because the shit talking that was in this fight. Like, I felt she was nicer than I would have been. I would have been like, "Girl,
Right.
I want this motherfucker." Like, nah. I would have
I
been
was
like,
throwing punches way before the fight.
Well, and I'm not saying anything, like, I'm not a hater, but I'm saying that Michaela has been here before. She is a professional. She That it's not personal. Like, this is boxing, this is a sport, and I felt like, you know what, I'm glad that Alicia got the opportunity to be up there on the big stage and to get the payday that she received. But she, in my opinion, was too emotional about it. It was personal. So, like I said, Michaela's been there before. This is not personal. This is my job. This is what I do. you know, and then the fans here come behind that too. And, you know, we didn't hear from Michaela until today because she's human. She needs her time. But we've been hearing from Alicia. Humble yourself, sit your ass down. She's still like
Oh, we got
we
JoJo
talked
in the
about.
building. All right, we got JoJo in the building. All right.
Okay, all right.
All
So
right, here we
got
go.
Joseph Diaz Jr., JoJo, aka JoJo.
And he
What's
got a
up,
black
guys?
and
Can you
white
guys hear me?
Hello,
Yeah.
we can.
We're
How
all
are you,
matching.
champ?
Oh yeah, we're all matching. How you guys doing?
We are doing so well. I'm Christine. We've got Nika and we've got Esme here.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
You're surrounded by boxing women wearing the Manscaped T-shirt, and I'm
Alright, I feel
hoping
that, I
that
feel
you're going to
that.
be ordering soon so you can get that discount and free shipping because everybody needs one. Everybody needs the kit.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
That's good. No, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. You know, we've got a few questions. We put it out there, you know, on social media, and some people had some questions. And I believe that Esme, you had some questions first. We'll go with you first, and then Nika, and then I'll take my turn afterwards.
Oh, go ahead and take Nika first. Sorry.
Okay, Nika, go ahead.
Okay,
we
so
all put it out there, and we had some great questions for JoJo.
yeah, so we got some questions on Instagram and Twitter. So thanks for coming on and giving us some time today. I know you are a busy man training for your fight.
Especially right
And you know
now.
what? Yeah, and no, you are a great father. You take time, like your son comes first before everything. I've noticed that on your social media. So people want to know. I had somebody ask me like, what would you have done different in the Devin Haney fight? If you can relate.
For me, with the Devin Haney fight, I think that I should have opened up a little more. I thought I was landing the cleaner shots and I was landing the flusher shots. Where I thought those shots were very effective, but I just wasn't as active as I should have been. I think if I would have been a little more active in between the rounds, I could have stole those rounds and I could have, you know, it could have went my way. Instead, you know, Devin Haney, he's a hell of a fighter. He knows how to fight on the outside. He's very, very long. So with me just going in there, I already knew that it was going to be hard for me to get inside. So I didn't want just to be throwing shots unnecessarily and then him be landing just, you know, shots that are going to be affected to the judges. But he was still throwing a lot of shots where he looked like he was still busy enough. And that's why he was winning the rounds, man. So that's why I just wish that I would have just opened up a little bit more starting after the third, fourth round. I think I started picking it up in the fifth and sixth round. But if I would have just opened up in the third or fourth round, I think it would have been a different outcome of the fight.
Okay, that's fair, and that happens. You know, you go back and reflect. You know, absolutely. Esme, you had some people wanting some answers on Instagram.
Okay, so the biggest question was, I'm in San Diego, so this is where you're fighting next. And people were asking if you were able to try. We know you're training, and you know there's a weight thing, but if you were able to try the famous like San Diego, California burrito.
If I was what?
If you were able to try Cali burrito here in San Diego.
Oh no, not yet. I think I'm gonna do that
After.
I think I'm gonna do that after the fight. Yeah, after the fight, I'm planning on, you know, enjoying my my celebration victory after the fight, and probably taking my son to Legoland on Sunday. That's what I'm planning on doing.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. So I had one too. So this comes from USA Boxing. And they wanted to know what, I don't even know if you can say this on air, but they wanted to know what your most memorable incident was while you were on the team at USA Boxing. It might
memorable
be you can't talk
incident?
about.
Incident?
No, situation, experience.
Oh,
like,
okay. I can't
yeah,
disclose
I was
any
like,
incidents or anything
something you can
that
talk
happened
about,
during that time. But I just think that just the Olympics, being at the Olympic Village was, you know, very, very unique to me and something new to me. Just being around nothing but elite athletes around the whole entire world. There was different sections. USA had their own building. China had their own building. All these different countries had their own different buildings. And also, what like really surprised me was that there was a 24-hour market where you literally just went inside the market and everything was free. They had free McDonald's. They had free whatever food that you were craving. They had it free. So I was after I ended up losing in the Olympics, I had a field day, man. I made sure that I tried every single food that was presented out there.
That's fabulous. I love it. I love that. Nika, you're up again.
Okay, so I just wanted to bring up something on Twitter because I know that the trolls are like super hardcore on Twitter because I have gotten suspended literally 30 times. I have so many accounts, but I seen you go back and forth with someone online and you made a bet. You actually made a bet because he was talking shit. And I actually know the guy that you were talking to. So
Oh, you do?
So
yeah,
you
fuck
actually,
that guy, man. And
yeah.
he's only doing a $500
Fuck
bet.
that guy. Fuck him.
I thought it was gonna be at least like 5,000 or something like that. But
Yeah, no.
at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'll still take that light 500.
Yeah, so I put it on the screen because Jojo was like not having. I was like, oh, he made like a light 500 because he was talking shit about you and the potato fight and saying that he would, beat you, and you were just like, you know what? I'll take your soft ass bet just because of the principle. So I want to know, like, what were you feeling this day? Because I feel like you've been kind of like mute on Twitter for a while, and this guy just kind of had you riled up, and you put $500 on the line.
Yeah, you want to know what? I'm hardly on Twitter, but I just randomly just went on Twitter that day, and I seen that I was training hard, and after my workout, I seen that this guy, wrote to me saying that I was gonna lose against Cepeda, and I was like, man, like that just motivated me a little bit more. So I was like, man, like this guy don't even know. He probably hasn't even been inside that ring or anything like that. He don't even know what
To my
what it
knowledge, he
takes
hasn't.
to be
Most
inside that ring.
haven't.
But at the end of the day, there's always going to be people that are going to be having doubt, and it's just motivation. It's just adding to my fuel, and I just know that I just got to, just keep on training hard and keep on remaining focused and doing what I got to do inside the training camp, so that way I could, be at my best come fight night. William Cepeda is going to be a hell of a fighter, so I know that he's going to be throwing and applying a lot of pressure, but at the end of the day, he's not on my level. He don't have the skill set that I have, and my conditioning is gonna, be on the same level as him. So it's gonna come down to whoever's will is stronger that night. And like I said, I already been through a lot, and I learned a lot with the Devin Haney fight, where I know that I'm gonna adjust and I'm gonna come out victorious.
So in the tweet, he was saying that he's gonna run you. The Cepeda was gonna run you back to 130. Taking that out of the equation, do you think that you would ever go back down to 130 to like take care of business? Or
I think if the fight makes sense, if like Leo Santa Cruz or if Oscar Valdez would like to fight me at 130 pounds, then maybe we can make that fight happen. But as of right now, I'm pretty comfortable at 135 pounds. My body is filled out right now. I made my adjustments in this camp to fill out for Philly for this weight, and my legs are strong, my upper body's strong, and you guys are gonna see come weigh-ins and come fight night how much I filled out compared to the Devin Haney fight. So I'm very very comfortable at this weight right now. And there's a lot of big fights that could be made at 135 pounds as well. We got Shakur Stevenson. We got Gambosis. We got another fight with Devin Haney if he's still, wanting to be at 135 pounds. And then we got Ryan Garcia as well and Gervonta Davis. So, I mean, it's still a stacked division at 135 pounds. That's why it just matters if, Oscar Valdez or Leo Santa Cruz wants to challenge me, then I'll take that into consideration, and I'll probably go back down to 130 if they want to fight.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I got another question for you in that. So I don't know if you saw Shakur Stevenson's tweet. He said something about he would like a tournament at 135.
Thanks.
Who's Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah, he said that he would like a kind of like a
like the Super Six.
Super Six type of tournament.
Oh,
How do you think you would fare in that? I would love that.
I mean,
That would be
that
awesome.
sounds ideal to me. That sounds like music to my ears. I would love to be a part of that as well. Because like I said, I feel like I'm one of the elites at 135 pounds, and I'm a good fighter, and I put on a great performance for all the fight fans all the time. So I would just like to be a part of that, and to challenge myself, and willing to fight the best, and see who comes out on top.
Absolutely. You know, Esme, did you have any more questions that you got on your Instagram or anything else? I have a couple, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, I had. What was the fight that you found most entertaining or that really caught your eye this last weekend?
Oh, that's a good
Deontay
one.
Deontay Wilder. But you know what? Shout out to Clarissa Shields too.
You're an all-woman show.
Clarissa
I'm just telling you. I'm just so you know.
At least one.
I mean, there was a lot of good fights. We had, Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields, she's one of my ex-teammates, and she just made history once again. So shout out to Clarissa Shields. She's the greatest woman of all time. Just to lace them up, and I'm very, very proud of her. Just to see her growth, and just to see how much and how determined she is still to just continue on her legacy. It's very inspiring, and I'm very, very excited and proud of her. And also, Colette Plant was a pretty interesting fight too, because Anthony Durrell was talking a lot of shit,
Yeah.
and he didn't back it up. He ended up getting caught, man. So that's why you can't be talking shit like that. But the one that really surprised me was the Deontay Wilder fight. Just his power is incredible. Just he looked like he didn't even throw that shot his full hardest, and he was on his back foot as well, and he was still able to put that boy to sleep. It was very, very entertaining. It was something that I rewatched multiple times.
What do you think about the controversy? Like, a lot of people were saying that it was fixed. Like he threw the fight. Like what did you think about that? Like, do you think that like it was fixed, or did this really happen?
Who threw the fight?
Casa, what's his name?
Hellenius.
Oh, hell no, it wasn't fixed. Hell no, it wasn't fixed. I mean, I wouldn't want to get slept like that. I wouldn't want to, fake getting slept like that on TV, on live TV, man. So, I personally don't think it was fixed. I just think that, the guy came in reckless, thinking that Deontay Wilder was just gonna pull back, and he came in with his hands down, and Deontay Wilder just hit him with that devastating right hand that he has, and put that boy to sleep.
Something that I said before the fight was like, I wasn't that excited about it, only because Elenius and he knew each other. They were dance partners, they were sparring partners. And so, I mean, of course, obviously from a business perspective, it was the fight that needed to happen, for Wilder to come back on the show. Well, he doesn't need too much, but I knew this was like a comeback fight or whatever. So I wasn't as excited about that. Were you excited because he was fighting, or do you think that that was the right matchup? Would you have liked to see him with somebody else? I mean, how were your feelings about that? About him fighting his sparring partner?
You know what? A lot of people they tend to, because boxing is it's a tough sport. So sometimes when you're in training camp, you're sparring guys at the elite level as well, and yeah. Sometimes it just so happens that they end up fighting. They end up fighting each other later on down the line. True. And that's why I think that Deontay Wilder's opponent, I don't know his name. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not going to embarrass myself right now. But
I didn't either.
his opponent, I feel like he thought that Deontay Wilder was going to be making the same mistakes that he did when he sparred him. And he probably thought that he was going to be able to be that aggressive with Deontay Wilder not retaliating. And Deontay Wilder, I feel like he's made incredible adjustments inside that training camp, and just with his new coach, where he just landed a perfect shot and put that guy to sleep. So I personally just love that Deontay Wilder is back inside the ring, because I like watching him. I think he's a very exciting fighter, because obviously he has a one power knockout shots. So he's always very, very entertaining. So just for him to be, back inside that ring was very, very entertaining. And I'm excited to see what he has next. I heard that he's going to be fighting Andy Ruiz. So yeah, that's a fight that I'm really, really looking forward to as well.
Okay, I love your perspective. Absolutely.
Somebody has a question in the chat. They want to know, Jojo, you got any words for Pitbull Cruz?
I mean, I've been trying to make the Pitbull fight happen already for about a year, like a year already, but we haven't got any, words back or anything like that. I'm hoping that after I take care of Cepeda, there's going to be a variety of options for myself at that weight class. And like I said, I'm the type of person that is never going to shy away from any type of, you know, any type of fighter. So if Isaac Cruz wants to smoke, if he wants to get inside that ring with me, I'm willing to get inside that ring as well. Whoever wants to get inside that ring with me, inside that square circle, I'm willing to fight. That's the type of fighter I am, and that's the type of person I am. Is just to go out there and just to give the fight fans what they want to see and their money's worth.
And that's what I tell people. Like, boxers are a different breed. When people talk about, like, for instance, the Bud Crawford and the Errol Spence fight, oh, this person's afraid. This person's afraid. Nobody's afraid. You all are boxers. This is what y'all do. This is what y'all been doing. So when people say that, I'm just like, no. Obviously, whatever's going on behind the scenes is not making sense. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, you know what goes on behind the scenes. If it doesn't make money, and if it does, then it doesn't make sense. Can you shed some light on that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, every person that it goes inside the ring, every boxer is never afraid or is never trying to shy away from any type of fight, especially if they're at the elite levels already. When it comes to that elite level, every fighter wants to fight the best. I just think that it's has to do with a lot of politics. It's political, but it also has to do with a lot of money as well, because at the end of the day, us fighters are, the ones risking our lives inside that ring. So we want to get paid well, and we want to get compensated and make sure that at the end of the day that we're happy and we're content with what we're making. So that way we could go out there and get the fight fans and risk our lives inside that ring, and knowing that if whatever happens, I mean, God forbid anything bad happens, but if something does end up happening, we know that our family is going to be secured, and we don't have to worry about that. So I just think that it just has to do with a lot of promotional sides of the business, where some of these guys, they get greedy, and they want a large sum of money, but these boxers should be getting paid what they deserve.
For sure. No, I absolutely believe that, for sure. I had a question, so kind of a funny one. So I had someone ask if you would be their boxing boyfriend, and I told her, like, yeah, we're not even going to mention your name, but yeah, I thought it was cute. It was cute. These are the kind of questions we get. But
if I could be her
one.
boxing boyfriend?
Yeah.
I mean, if she wants that, I don't know what that consists of, though. So I don't know. I don't know the terms or anything.
Only the boxing boyfriend. Everything else.
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Okay. I'll be sure. I'm sure she's watching. I'll be sure and let her know. But I do have a question. So you were on the World Series of Boxing. I had a son. My son was on the World Series of Boxing. He was on Memphis Force. So do you believe that that program helped you in your pro career?
To be honest, no, I don't think it did. I just thought it was a great experience for myself, because at the time I was only 17 years old, and they provided housing for me. I was able to experience a different type of thing, something new at that time, where I was housed with all these different other fighters, and we're all in the same units, in the same complex, where it was just very, very fun and something different.
Probably too much fun.
I personally don't think that it was beneficial for myself, because the gloves were different. The gloves were nothing like the professional gloves now. The gloves are padded like the amateur fights. Mm-hmm. So whenever you did land a shot, it wasn't effective or anything like that. It was still very, very padded. So I think the amateurs are completely different from the pros, but it was a good experience for me, because I was able to still experience different types of styles and different types of techniques from all these foreign fighters. So I think it was still beneficial. I think it helped me as a professional fighter, but like I said, it was completely different from the pros now than what it is.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. I think when I think my son had too much fun. You know, I was like, I think I had a little bit too much fun, but
Oh yeah, yeah, man. We were having a blast. They were giving us weekly stipends and
yeah,
everything. So we had a blast. We had a good time.
yeah, yeah, I know,
Um,
absolutely. Esme, what you got?
from when you transitioned, because a lot of people think it's the same thing, people who don't know. For you, when you went from amateur to pro, was it like extremely startling? Did you start prepping like during your training camp, or how was that for you, like personally?
For me, I think as an amateur for myself, I was kind of already transitioned to a pro style. I used to throw a lot of body shots as an amateur, and I used to, try to be effective, but I wasn't like these amateur fighters that used to try to fight on the outside or anything like that. I've always had a pro style, so once I
Nice.
transitioned and once I signed from amateur and signed my deal with Golden Boy, and I turned from amateur to pro. The most thing that I just really started playing focus on was just setting up my shots a little more, making sure that I'm not just throwing just to land any points. Now, as a professional fighter, you're throwing to hurt the guys, and you're throwing to try to knock them out, especially setting them up with little pitter patters and then landing a hard shot to the body. So, at first, it was kind of difficult for me because my first couple fights as a pro fighter, I was still kind of amateurish. I was still trying to just throw punches and bunches and just be effective that way. But thankfully, with the experience and with the guys that I was fighting, I was able to grow and transition and make sure that I was landing effective shots to the body and setting my shots up more. So I feel like I transitioned well after probably 4 or 5 fights in the pros.
Nice.
Okay, what
So
do
what?
go ahead,
Oh
Nika.
no, no. I wanted to ask him about the fight with Cepeda. What should we expect in this fight from you, Jojo?
Oh, you expect fireworks. Expect fireworks. I'm very excited because I'm finally fighting a guy that is going to stay in the pocket with me, that is
Yeah,
going to want to
Hmm.
bang it out with me, and I'm the type of fighter that throws a lot of good body shots. That is a very sneaky fighter on the inside. And I'm not gonna be chasing Cepeda. Cepeda is gonna be the guy that is gonna you know want to try to knock me out as well and want to try to overwhelm me with his shots. So you guys are going to see the full arsenal of myself and what I'm able to do and what I'm able to deliver inside that ring offensively and defensively as well. I've been practicing a lot on my head movements and my slipping and my counterings and stuff like that. But it's going to be an all-out war. I feel like it's going to be one of the type of fights that is going to be a fight of the year if William Cepeda is able to take my shots. But like I said, I feel very strong. I feel very confident right now where I think it's going to be a tremendous fight and it's going to be a fight that's going to put me back on top.
and southpaws like that. To me, that is just like, woo! I can't wait. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
he's a southpaw as well, and he's a little
Yeah,
big. He's a little bigger than me as well. So it's gonna be a fun fight. It's gonna be a very fun fight. But I've already fought. I think about I don't even know how many southpaws I fought in my pro career already. So
I
I'm
love it.
already adjusted, and I kind of already know what kind of fight William Cepeda is gonna bring to the table. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that all out war. If he's thinking that he's gonna try to get me tired and just try to overwhelm me with all his punches. He got me fucked up, man. I'm gonna be landing some
I
Right.
know that's
effective
right.
blows on him
I
where
know.
That's right.
he's
Yeah.
not
I
gonna
know
be
that's
he's
right.
not gonna be throwing shots like that as well. I'm gonna be putting or hurt to him as well. So it's gonna be a fun fight.
So Nika, I know you had a question about strength and
Oh
conditioning.
yes.
And
So
then we have a
someone,
fun game after. So
yes. So
yeah.
someone asked me to ask you if you had a strength and conditioning coach because if not, they would like to put their name in the hat. So do you have a strength and conditioning coach?
Fortunately, I do. Yeah,
Oh,
fortunately, I
okay.
do. I have a strength and conditioning coach. His name's Daryl Hudson. He's worked with Sugar Shane Mosley. He's worked with Winky Wright. He's worked with
Okay.
Oh, I love Winky Wright. Yes, yes.
Mikey
Yes.
Garcia as well. So this guy, he's been in my corner and on my team for many years. So he's very trustworthy, and I trust him I trust him with everything, man. I really believe in whatever he's wanting me to do, and it's gonna benefit me inside the fight night. And this fight, we've been focusing a lot on my legs, focusing a lot on growing my legs, so that way when I'm sitting in the pocket with Cepeda, I'm landing more vicious blows, and I'm hurting him, and I'm pushing him back instead of him trying to push me back. So we've been focusing that a lot, and we've been also focusing on my endurance part of the fight. No, knowing that William Cepeda, he throws about 80 to 90 punches around, so we're training to be that effective as well.
We're
So,
super
question:
excited.
what do you think Cepeda is working on to fight you? Like, what do you think he thinks your weaknesses are?
I think that he thinks that my weakness is just getting
Okay.
tired and just fighting with my hands up. Because sometimes I do get comfortable inside that ring where I know that these guys are not gonna hurt me, so I end up just putting my hands up in one place. So I just think that he's probably thinking that it's gonna be like that as well. But he got a whole nother thing coming to him, man. I'm gonna be hitting him with a lot of shots, and he's gonna be seeing my defensive moves as well. So I'm excited for this fight. I'm really, really excited because it's going to be a type of fight that is going to bring and deliver a lot of fireworks.
We can't wait. We're super, super excited.
So before the game, so I'm in San Diego, so I'm already catching a shit ton of heat because I'm from Tijuana, and everyone's like, "Wait, you're not going for Cepeda?" I'm like, "No." I'm like,
I know, man. There's gonna be a lot of Mexican fans there too, so I'm excited. I'm excited because I have a lot of Mexican fans, and I have a lot of
yeah.
fans in general. But I'm excited that Zapella's gonna have a lot of his fans there as well, cheering him on. So it just motivates me knowing that it's a big event, not only for myself but for him as well. This is his biggest fight, and this is his opportunity as well. So I know that he's very, very excited. He's living his dream just as much as I'm living my dream. So I know that he's very, very excited to go out there and put on a great performance for everybody that is going to be tuned in. So that's why I know that it's going to be an exciting fight because he's a young, hungry fighter that is 25 years old, 26-0 with 23 knockouts. So
Mhm.
he's never seen defeat, or he's never been you know in that loss columns yet. So I'm excited to put him there.
I'm gonna be there, so I think I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
she is. And she's an excellent photographer, just in case you need a personal photographer. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying.
All right, yeah. Let me see what you can do on fight night.
Yeah, she's good. She's good. Definitely. Before we play our game, so that you can go and tuck your son in or read him a book or whatever you're going to do, anybody have any last questions that they want to ask?
So, I had one more question that someone sent me through Instagram,
Okay.
which was Rick, Rick, your manager. He wants to know: Are you happy with your manager?
Oh yeah. Shout out to
Oh,
Rick, man.
okay.
Rick has done a tremendous job for me. I'm very, very happy that I had a lot of options and varieties to choose from. But I'm very happy that I chose Rick because
Yes.
he delivers, man. He gets straight to the point, and
And
he's
he's a great shit
he's
talker.
he's the type of guy
We
that just
love
gets
Rick.
gets things
yeah.
done. So shout out to Rick, man. I appreciate you, giving me this fight and doing exactly what you said that you're gonna do for me. So he's a great manager, and I'm excited to be a part of him, and I'm excited that he's a part of my team, and I'm excited that he's gonna be witnessing this great night of fights on October 29th.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
think he asked it. I think he asked it as a joke, but I still asked it anyways because
Good. I'm glad you did.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy,
So
man. Shout out
you
Rick.
better say you're happy.
yeah.
So before we let you go, we have a game that we play. Okay. And so
All
we're
right.
going to name 3 people. And you either say KO, TKO, or decision. So,
One of
Nika, you're first. What's your first name for JoJo?
So, out of those 3 selections against Ryan Garcia, how do you think that you would win that fight?
KO.
Oh, ooh, I like that.
Okay. I like that. So my name is Tank Davis.
Tank Davis, man, that'll be a bar burner. I feel like me and Tank Davis will put on an exciting fight. I'm very, very I'm hoping that my fingers are crossed that I get that fight before
Mhm.
my career ends, man, because I think it'll be a type of fight like a Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya type of fight where we're just
Yes.
going to be duking it out. I think that fight will go to the decision.
We're putting it out into the universe. That's why we're saying it. We're just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Okay, decision. Okay, Esme.
So I'm gonna ask you for what do you think it would be with Haney?
Haney, decision. It'll be a decision.
Okay. We like those answers, and like I said, we're putting it out there. Put it out there. Into
Yeah,
the
maybe you
universe.
get it. Yeah, maybe you get a rematch with
Absolutely,
Haney, and maybe
rematch.
Ryan
Absolutely,
Garcia.
we love rematches.
Yeah, hopefully, everything falls through, man. Those are the plans that I'm really looking forward to after I get rid of this Cepeda dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's first. First things first. So we thank you so much for coming on and like hanging out with us. And we love the conversation, the comments, laid back, having a good time. And so before you get out of here, last shout outs, mentions, anybody you want to thank or whatever.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Golden Boy Promotions, The Zone, for putting on this event on October 29th in San Diego. I also want to give a shout out to Rick. I want to give a shout out to all my fans for supporting me throughout the thick and thin. My journey and my career and my life has had a lot of ups and downs, but with God and with still believing and having positivity in my life, I continue to do what I love to do, and that is perform and motivate all my fans. And I'm excited that you guys are still a part of my journey and are still riding with me. And I'm going to put on a hell of a performance on October 29th. I also want to thank my father. I also want to thank my son, Zenith, for giving me all the motivation every single day. When I wake up, I think about him. And that's what gives me that extra fuel to, run those extra miles and put in that extra work, because I know it's all for him. And
Absolutely.
Last but not least, thank you guys for having me on the show. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully we could do this again after the fight.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So
You have to come back.
I want to apologize because I had the wrong date. They had one graphic that was for November 5th, but the fight is actually October 29th, live on the Zone.
Next weekend.
So
it's going to be next weekend. Yeah, it was supposed to be on November 5th, but I guess Zudo Ramirez and Bivol are going to be fighting on November 5th, so they pushed it up a week. So it's next week now.
All right, so
awesome.
yes,
Halloween
I put the
weekend.
right graphic up there now. Yes, Halloween weekend. So yeah, you gotta do your Michael Myers thing. You gotta do your Jason.
I'm coming out looking pretty crazy.
I love it. We love it. And be sure to get your lawnmower 4.0 or the weed whacker. Just saying. with the Women Crushing It Wednesday code WCIW.
I definitely will. I definitely
free
will.
shipping.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You
We
guys have a good one.
appreciate you.
Bye.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I had the wrong thing, the wrong date the whole time. So my apologies. It's
That's
for
okay.
October 29th, you guys.
Nobody even noticed.
I'm gonna play the commercial again that we have because a lot of people weren't logged on yet when I played that. So now that you guys are tuned in, stay tuned for our little commercial. Thank you.
Your favorite girls from Women Crushing It Wednesdays came to you just in time for the holidays to help you whack that bush. Use our special code WCIW for 20% off Manscaped products and free shipping. Thank you.
Okay. There you go.
And by the way, Nika composed that commercial, and it is like fabulous. It is fabulous. We are so blessed. Everybody brings something, and I'm so happy. Esme is going to the fights. She's going to do her thing. She's going to take photos. And I can't wait for JoJo to call you and say, I need a personal photographer.
Sometimes fighters, they need a woman touch.
They always need a woman's touch. They always need a woman.
Okay, you said it. Yes, they always need a woman's touch. And I'm talking about like those personal, like intimate moments.
Yes.
Not
details.
Yes. And that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely. Yes. No, we're going to live vicariously through you because I wish I could be there. I've got so much family stuff going on, but I love it. but I wish we could, be there with you, but we're definitely going to live vicariously through you. And I can't wait to see the pictures, the updates, and let everybody know what's going on. I mean, I'm super excited about that.
I'm gonna have
Absolutely.
an assistant that day.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So we talked a little bit about the fights last weekend. I honestly didn't get to see the Wilder fight. Like I saw highlights, the Haney fight. I saw highlights. Was there anything that y'all wanted to add, to those fights, or the women fight, the women card, who I was just like, oh my
Well,
God.
the co-main event for the Wilder fight was Plant and
Yeah.
Darrell. And oh my
Yes.
God, yo, Plant
Yes.
planted Darrell in the dirt. Whew, that knockout was something, that was
I'm just
textbook.
wondering if he
That
paid
was
the
textbook.
$10,000 that he owed so many people about the
No,
comment that he made.
there's no way. I really hate that he even did that, because there were so many people posting a clip of him saying exactly what he said he didn't say. So I know he's not going to pay off that $10,000 bet. But Plant did a wonderful job of
He did, yeah.
putting. Oh my God, that knockout was like textbook. It was like one to the body and then bop right clean on the
Oh
chin.
yeah.
And he was like, he
Beautiful.
was laid out. I was like, woo, child. And because he was
So let
talking
me ask
so
y'all.
much
So,
trash.
but who do y'all want to see Caleb fight next? Like,
I personally want to see him fight Benavidez. I would like to personally see him fight him.
Okay.
Because there's some bad blood there too. Like there was bad blood in this fight between him and Darrell, but there's bad blood with him and Benavidez and the family. So that would be a great fight to like talk shit and get it going. I really want to see that next, but I know that Benavidez' next fight is like against I forgot how to say his name. Ukataksi or whatever. I don't know how to say his name, but I really feel like maybe after that fight, then they both need to go at it. Benavidez and Plant. That would be a great fight. A great fight.
Esme, what do you think? Do you want to see Benavidez and Plant too?
I do, and you know what? I was a fan of Benavidez before. Like I became a fan of his, and then I watched him in his camp, and then I became an unfan of his. So I'm gonna go with Plant because from just being there and seeing things, I feel like if he doesn't perfect the things that I saw, then he's not gonna beat Plant. But because this Plant from this last weekend, he's hungry.
Okay. I like that. No, I thought from the highlights that I saw, he looked excellent. Jojo was talking about the Zurdo and Bivol fight. This is going to be November.
Oh, before we go to that, D-Style had a question. He says, "What do you think of the post-fight celebration?" You know what? I'm going to be.
Oh, wasn't he like digging something like that?
I'm not gonna lie. The
burying the beat, supposedly.
Yeah, it was funny to me. I'm not gonna lie, because Darrell was talking so much shit, and not for nothing. If it was the other way around, I think Darrell would have been much worse than that. So I'm not even mad. I mean, he could have waited until maybe he saw that he was coherent.
That's
coherent. Yeah, he should have maybe waited until he was coherent. But I wasn't mad at the digging him in the dirt, because Darrell was talking cash trash. And I know for a fact, if Darrell would have knocked him out like that, it would have been worse of a post-celebration reaction. So that's what I got to say about that.
I agree. What about you, Esme? Do you agree?
Well, at first I felt like it was really disrespectful, but because you got to make sure that they're alive. That
right.
Yeah.
was brutal. And you know how we've lost a lot of fighters in the past year due to head injuries and blood clots in the head. So I was like, man, but it was okay that he did it, I guess. What I didn't like is the referee making it an even bigger scene and tackling him out.
But pushing him out.
I think we should always make sure that the other person is okay, but then after that, do you, boo, because he was talking a lot of shit. The comment that he made, that everybody's like, where's my 10,000? I mean, that's not necessary. It's like, I think that a lot of times we let our I don't know, our personal feelings, get overtake us in boxing. And it's like these are two boxers that work their asses off, that go through training camp, that sacrifice and get in there, and they're both in a life or death situation. Let's give them both respect. Like, and then whoever wins. I don't know. I have my feelings about it, but
No, but you're right. Like, the whole world doesn't have a camera or someone watching them during their 8-hour work shift. You know what I mean?
Right.
We have the privilege to watch all the athletes do their thing on the field and sometimes watch their training. Like, we just have to respect it. Like,
absolutely. So I respect all boxers. I'm not going to call anybody a bum or trash or garbage. Some are better than others. But they're all training. They're all in the gym. They're all sacrificing, and so they have my respect 100%. Absolutely. No, like I said, I didn't get to watch it, but I'm gonna go back and watch the full fights, and then people are saying too that they watched the Mayer Baumgartner fight with the volume down and this and that, and they come out with different. So for me,
that was Eddie Hearn said that.
Yes,
of course he's going to say that.
But for me, I don't do that, because when I'm watching it, I'm fresh, and what I see is what I see. And I don't want like any influences from social media or the outside.
You always been a hater, Christine. You always been a hater.
Right? Always been a hater.
All your friends
since day one.
Yeah.
No, but I so what I see is what I see. But it is what it is. So I don't need to watch it again and rescore it. Because I know what I thought the first time, and I want it to be run back. But it is what it is.
Wait. When if you miss a fight, are you able to actually watch it even though you know the outcome? Me, like, if I don't watch it live, I just can't go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no time like the live. But then I know a lot of people will be like, oh, let me watch it. And, they go and watch it even though they know who won. Like, do you guys...
it's like watching a movie. I mean, it's the same.
Exactly.
Yeah, like when I watched Elvis, I wanted to end differently. It's so sad, but it didn't. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's so no. But so ladies, let's go around and give the last words and what we're up to, what we're doing, and any other comments y'all want to say. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. This has been a good week. Nobody has tried me, so I'm not gonna talk shit this
You've
week.
been good.
Keep it, yeah. So trolls, let's keep it that way, because I'm always for the shits. So just trying to help the world have fresh balls and clean balls.
Yes.
With Manscaped. So use that code, people. Use that code. Yeah, so I don't really have anything sassy to say this week, because nobody has tried me this week, and that's always a good thing. Don't try me. So,
it is a good thing, because oh my gosh, I wouldn't want to be on the other end, girl.
Oh,
they know better. They know better. Esme, what are your last words? Your last comments?
Well, like I said, if you guys are gonna start shaving, doing all those things, also make sure you have the ball deodorant and the Reviver. Gotta smell good too.
Absolutely. No, it's always a pleasure with my girls. We have so much fun, and I am just so appreciative, to Jojo Diaz coming on, and talking about what's going on in his life and having some fun with us. He's a really good sport. And I definitely am going for him in this fight. I mean, is it going to be a tough fight with Cepeda? Yeah, absolutely. But I believe that he's going to pull it out. He's got the experience, the will, the drive, and I'm super, super excited. And absolutely, WCIW code for Manscaped products. Use it. Get 20% off. Get free shipping. Why not? And Christmas is coming up. Let's go.
Shine the light on those balls.
Wants a spank.
Shine the light on those balls. Shine the light on those balls.
Just saying. Let's do it. But thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much to our chat. We love to love you. And y'all have a wonderful night. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Who knows who we're going to have on? Who knows? Who knows?
Good night.
Yeah. Good night. Good night.
The end broadcast.